premium hosting for your WordPress site. You want a fast website. You don't want a slow website for two reasons. One, people hate slow websites. I'm a website and I'm inching to load.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm John DeBach. I've been building websites for companies and bloggers for over 10 years. Here on WPJon, I teach you everything I know about WordPress and digital marketing so you can create amazing freaking websites that make money, money, money.
Don't do that. Don't be the slow website. People typically only give you 3-4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds at most, and then they bounce. They find your competition and they go there. So don't have a slow website. Reason number 2 not to have a slow website. It's bad for Google. Search engines. They don't like slow websites. They will not boost you up in the search engine. So if you're trying to rank for a really competitive keyword like painter in Los Angeles, they're going to look at all the websites, and all other things being equal, if everybody else has the same SEO optimization and backlinks and content, they're going to give it to the faster site almost every time. They'll be like, oh, that guy goes to the top. And then when someone types in, I need a painter in Los Angeles now, they'll go, I don't have time to look at all the results. Just give me the first one. Click, call, you get the job. Hang up. That could have been you. That could have been you that got the job, but you didn't because you had a slow website. Don't do that. Don't do that. So we're going to talk about how to get the best premium WordPress hosting. I've used a ton, some that have costed as much as like $200 a month. They're not worth it, in my opinion. And I've got the best one that I've used, and I use it exclusively for every single client website I build out. I use it for all of my own websites that I build out. It's WPX Hosting. WPX is an amazing website host. They have premium services, and they are just completely fast. And the other thing is their chat support is incredible. They're 24/7, they answer fast, and the people on the chat are usually really knowledgeable. They can actually fix problems when they come up. Imagine that. The truth is you're not going to use support very often if you have a really well-designed website, but it is nice to know it's there and that it's good. So let me take a look at what exactly WPX provides and why they're so good and how to sign up for a premium hosted service. But first, a shameless plug. Are you confused by all this stuff? Or do you not want to do your own website development and building? Just hire me. In fact, if you hire me, I end up using WPX anyway. So you're really not losing out on the premium hosting at all. But in addition to WPX hosting and fast hosting, you get me. You get the actual John helping you. Oh my God, I just referred to myself in third person. I hate when people do that. I apologize sincerely. Please forgive me. Please forgive John for talking in third person. So you also get me, and I will help you build your website. In fact, if depending on the service you want, I build it out completely custom for you, and I include all the premium plugins like Gravity Forms and Cart Flows and WooCommerce and Woo subscriptions, all these things that would cost you thousands of dollars a year in licensing fees. I include them in my web design hosting services so that it's actually a no-brainer. It saves you money. Okay, shameless plug over. Back to WPX hosting. I just want to show you the kind of how they're comparing themselves to WPEngine, which is another service I tried that is not as fast, not as good, and HostGator as well. Now, the big thing with them is speed. Your website's going to be much faster on WPX because they have a optimized system on their backend specifically for WordPress, and they have a free CDN, Content Delivery Network. What that does is it makes your images load really, really quickly. And the truth is, other than your database calls and a couple other software things like plugins that are bloated, your images and your videos and like your media is what kind of slows your website down. And I'll go over like how to optimize images in another video and things like that. But you still need to deliver them as quickly as possible, and WPX has that down pat. So you have all these things that are included, that they compare themselves to the competition. One thing I will say is the unlimited email address right here. It is included, but I will tell you one thing. I don't use emails from my host because they don't get delivered after a while. You know, WPX was great at the start. I tested it, but after a while, they just don't inbox. They end up in people's spam folder because people abuse it. People see free email and they go, I'm just going to spam everybody. And then WPX gets known as a spammer, which is unfair, to be sure. But I typically just don't use it. For email, I use G Suite, and I'll go over how to get a Google email address on another video. But don't register and sign up thinking, I'm going to get unlimited email from me and my company and all of my 100 employees. Not going to happen. It's just not. You can get it, but it's not easy to use. It's not easy to set up, and you will be in the spam box. Spam box is bad. So what you want to do is just click on the Start Now button. which is right there. And once you click it, you just fill it out. It's like a typical shopping cart. So I do recommend going monthly with just about any hosting service. The cost savings, especially on these premium ones, are not huge. I mean, you might say 50, 60 bucks a month. The great thing is their lowest plan is the business plan. And it includes 5 websites if you really wanted to have 5 websites or more than one. As I mentioned, a lot of people, once they build one website and they know how to do it, they'll want to build another one. So at $25 a month, you get up to 5, which is really more than enough. If you're making more than 5 websites, just be honest and call yourself a web developer, because that's kind of what you are at that point, and get into a different system. And then you just click Get Started. So you click on the Get Started stuff. And this one's important. You want to host with your country of origin, or where your website visitors, I should say, are visiting. Because if you're in America, but you're trying to have business in, let's say, Asia, let's say you're a jewelry store and you have a lot of auctions that happen in like Singapore and Hong Kong, you're actually going to want to host in Australia because it's much closer than the US. And that distance is going to make it a little bit faster to load. So make sure you click the right country of origin. In this case, I'm just going to click the US. And that takes you to all this stuff. Again, only hosting. I don't want to, I can't stress this enough. You don't want to buy your registrar, your domain from the host. You type in the name of the website. So this is not really a real website.com, but this would be your actual domain name. And then you hit the continue button, the orange continue button. And again, you have the choice of going monthly or yearly. They're going to push you to yearly. I personally, for 50 bucks, it's essentially 2 free months. I just stick with monthly, but that's just me. You have the, you can use whatever you want. And here's a promo code box that I've never seen a promo code for. I've never seen WPX go on sale other than an occasional Black Friday sale, and it's usually not even that aggressive. And the reason is their product's great. They're kind of like Apple. They don't need to discount it. They know they have a great product, and they just stick with a really fair price. I mean, compared to something like WPJon, which is $35 a month, and you only get one website, and they meter your traffic, it's a better deal. So then you hit the orange continue button. I'm just kind of walking you through the checkout process. You have PayPal or credit card options, and you can fill all this out and hit checkout, and then you're done. You'll get an email with your instructions, and I'll show you in the next video how to connect WPX to your domain and how to install WordPress to get started on the host. That's a separate video. Just wanted to kind of get through how to actually buy the host real quick and easy. And I think that's about it for WPX. The other thing I'll say is the unlimited traffic or the unmetered traffic. There's really no such thing as unlimited fast traffic in the world. I mean, if you're getting as much traffic as Amazon and you think you're going to get that traffic for $25 a month without your site slowing down, you're kind of cuckoo. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But I will say that I've had people who get as many as 100 or 200,000 website visits a month on WPX, and the site speed only went down a tiny bit. They're pretty incredible. I can't make that promise, obviously. I don't run WPX. I don't know what their thresholds are. But the good news is they don't charge you more. So if you go with another premium host like WPJon or Kinsta or a bunch of other VPS platforms, you have a limit on how many visitors you can have and how many times they can kind of essentially download your files. Because every time someone goes to your website, they're essentially downloading all the images and the text and everything that make up your website. That's what's happening. So there's a lot of website transfer bandwidth that goes back and forth, and this person needs that image, and that person needs that image, and that person in Hong Kong found my site and he needs the image. I think you know how it works by now. So you're going to want a host that doesn't meter your traffic, and WPX is great about that. They're just like, look, get as much traffic as you want. If you're getting like crazy amounts of traffic, you'll notice a slow speed and you'll call us. But the truth is, if you're getting that much traffic, you should be making a lot of money, and you should be able to afford a much bigger plan anyway. So WPX is the best host for almost any client that's going to do it, anybody that I'd be talking to. If you're thinking of starting a website, it's my absolute favorite. They also have a really easy way to install SSLs that are also included free. And they just kind of have everything you need. So that's it. I hope to see you next time where I go over hosting and connecting the host with the domain name and installing WordPress in one nice package so you can actually build your website. That's it for me. If you need anything, just make sure to leave comments in the little comment box below or hit me up on WPJon.com. Thanks so much. Have a good day.